Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I hope you have your drink, whatever you're having. I've got coffee. I put up a picture on the post for anybody who wanted to see outfit and makeup of the day. Because let's be honest, I really was joking about being able to really sit around and wear pajamas throughout the day when I literally have 3 jobs. So, yeah, no, that was just kind of a joke. And in all honesty, folks, it's very rare that I get a pajama day. But mostly those would fall on Sundays for me. Hello, Tanya from New Jersey. Welcome. So the last live that we were opening up the Chris Watts files, we finished off on tag 113S4. We're going to be carrying on. Hey Pam, hi Greg. Hello Beth. We're going to be carrying on here with the Goodman file opening. And I hope you guys are all having a great day. Hello, honey, half redder. How are ya? Pennsylvania. I think that's PA, right, Greg? For lack of sounding silly, I am North American, but I'm over in Canada, so I don't know exactly all the abbreviations. Yay, I got it right. Woohoo! Geography was not one of my strong suits. Let's just say that. Thanks for the wink face. Love it. Hi, Gigi. Much love. Thank you for the hearts, honey. Tawana Gaskin from Manassas, Virginia. Cool. So cool. You're in Rockaway Beach, New York City. Pam, you are in Ontario. Very nice. Fellow Canadian. All right. So this was the impounding of the Chris Watts and Shanann Watts's Lexus, the vehicle. Because I've kicked this into full screen for y'all, I'm just going to get onto another device for answering messages, folks. It's better to multitask anyways for me. Thanks for the thumbs up. That's awesome. Looks like our sound just kicked in. They don't always turn their sound on their body cams immediately, so it sounds as if he just turned that on. Just turn that up full blast. Personally, I was a little bit more interested in the impounding of the Anadarko truck to see what was all in there. Salut, Lahina Jones, ma belle. But I'm not sure that we ever got that information released, to be honest, guys. I never came across it in my opening of the files, so love the green heart. Yeah, everybody in North America, whoop whoop. How about a friend of mine knew Shanann very well through Thrive? No way. He has shared many things about a wonderful. Yeah, I think she was a lot of a go-getter. She was an amazing person in my opinion. I totally seen her as like the multitasking mom that just really kind of kept it all together for everyone in their family. And, as close as she was with her mom and dad, you could even, even they didn't realize that there was necessarily, big problems happening in the marriage and stuff. They stated things seemed kind of a bit normal, right? that he was a little bit more quiet when they were in, North Carolina visiting, but nothing really super odd. So, in my opinion, she sort of handled being a mother, a wife, a businesswoman, all at the same time is phenomenal. Like, kudos to her for keeping such an amazing, gorgeous house on top of, being married and having 2 young kids and then becoming pregnant. They hung out several times at this conventions. Nice. He's still in total shock. I don't doubt it. I think a lot of their friends were just shocked that they never thought he could do something like what he did. Yeah, she had a great personality. She did seem like a wonderful person and a mom. Wonderful mom. I wonder what became of the kids' seats. I believe they were donated along with a lot of the items in the Watts family home. Yeah, almost 1 year. Very hard to fathom because nobody saw it coming, really. He was always such a, eager to please her, ready to stay in routine with her, wanting to do, what was right as a man to provide for his family and work. And, you know, nobody saw this coming. Like, it was just completely dumbfounded. After knowing what happened, looking back on their videos, you can kind of pinpoint some of the body language as though there was a lot of distance and issues. And you could see that Chris almost looked like he just was in robotic mode, right? He was just constantly just looked as if he was going through the motions, in my opinion. The eyes are the window to the soul, and it was pretty obvious that he wasn't very heartfelt in it. Yeah, the Ruziks did donate almost everything in the home. The Watts family wanted the toolbox of Chris's, they wanted the trophies of Chris Watts, and they also wanted the jerseys that he had. But the rest of the items were all, as far as I know, completely donated and put to good use, you guys. Like, even the stuffed animals and the blankets and the things that were put outside in the home to give, kind of like pay your respect. And those are donated to hospitals and different people for making blankets and stuff. Hi, Lisa. Yes, I did save it all, honey. Of course. This is the impounding of the Lexus, which, like I said, I wish they would have impounded the Anadarko truck too, but because to me, the Anadarko truck was more of the crime scene. I bet you they did, you guys. They just never fully released all of that. That's probably very plausible compared to them not doing it at all. I'm not sure. I really think she got wrapped up in a girlfriend. Instantly was family to be the wife. Yes, totally agree with you. Caskins, totally agree with you. Yeah, I believe that too, Kathy Saunders. Tape's already on the door. I believe they open it because they need to physically move the vehicle. So they actually have to cut the tape or peel it off a bit, get into the vehicle to move it, which is the guy who owns the garage there. And then they put the tape back on, and that's all on record. Yeah, I think she had a lot to do with it as well, but she was really good at covering her tracks. Yeah, no kidding, hey, Lahaina? I mean, basically telling them exactly what happened in a sense through that commercial that was playing literally in front of the officer in Nate's home. Shocking how real and connected that actually was. Yeah, I totally agree. Yes, Kathy, I believe that as well. Yeah, totally agree, Greg.
You're gonna hold those.
Nice, Greg. That's awesome. Hey, if you can reach those sales each month to have that vehicle paid for, why not? Right? Why not? Yeah, hey, Gigi, no doubt. Yeah, no kidding, eh, Greg? That's funny. Yeah, while you're handing those out, I'll have one in blue. Just kidding. It's a beautiful Lexus, though, right? So, like, for real. Even the mirrors pop in on that. Yeah, I can sincerely say that too, Gaskin. That it seems as though she very plausibly could have been there because her phone was pinging at 6:15 in the morning on that exact day. It's very plausible that she was actually there. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Salut, Yvette. Yeah, she was Gaskins. I would have really liked to have seen what kind of evidence was found in the Anadarko truck after all the transporting that he had done with the three of them. You know. All right. Oh yeah, you could tell she was lying. Everything that came out of her mouth was a lie. The fact that she didn't know about Shanann, the fact that she didn't really know that he had kids until it further in was also a lie. The fact that she didn't know that Shanann was pregnant was also a lie. Hi, Pug Mama. Yeah, I know they processed the Lexus, but we didn't fully get to see what all they did with the Anadarko truck. They never did
What was that?
release.
Oh, yeah. Just pull up that and those two. Yeah. And then what? Okay. So I have to remove the tape on the door so we can move that vehicle over, make room for the second vehicle that'll be coming over.
We've always known that we have bits and pieces of this case, though. Not every single thing that they investigated, not every single person that they spoke to, did we get the opportunity to go over as well. There were some things that were just not released to the public, that unless you were further into the case or you were on the ins of the case, only, those people would know that. No, I don't think his truck was sold. I think it was given right back to Anadarko. It was their property. Yeah, exactly, half rudder. That's the part that bothers me the most as well, is because there was proof on her phone records that she was actually in the freaking area. I mean, that's what makes it look really bad for her. That's why I said a long time ago, if I would have been her, I would have come out with the proof on my phone and the GPS coordinates to prove that, yeah, I might have been in Frederick, but I was nowhere near the Watts home where, psycho husband was killing his family. She sure as heck can't come out with it now. It's far too late now. Oh, did you hear that the Anadarko truck was sold? Oh, okay. Well, it's possible if it was involved in a crime that they just didn't want to have that connection with the vehicle. We are missing a lot of evidence. I'm so glad to hear you say that, half rudder, because it's absolutely frustrating to try to piece everything together when you do not have all the information. The only people that frickin' have all the information are law enforcement and the people who actually dealt with this case. And you better believe that they're probably sworn affidavits to secrecy and not even being able to disclose some of that stuff. So we're never, ever, ever going to fully know the whole truth. All we can do from here on out is talk about it and speculate. And that's nobody's fault, you guys, not anybody's fault other than law enforcement and the laws that are in place that are doing this, you know? I mean, we're kind of talking about the safety of the public here when we have somebody who, potentially did have a lot to do with this crime out on the loose and free in order to meet other people and potentially ruin more lives. That's what's so sad. Yeah, she was lying badly. I think a child could have picked out her lies, crying out loud. No doubt, Gigi. Seriously. To do something like this? Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, it's absolutely sickening that he could do this. Either that, Lisa, or it was done so quickly that she didn't even have a chance to fight back or something. Right? Tons of files. You guys have no idea how much time it took to go through everything and read everything and open everything. And then on top of that, because it's so much information, you actually have to take time to delete the stuff that you have viewed because some of the files are so large. So I have spent a ton of time on this case, going over this footage, and I think that's why, on top of falling in love with Shanann, Bella, and Celeste on Facebook posts and videos, I got so emotionally involved with this case because I spent a lot of time on it. We are almost a full year. It seems the more time passes, the more questions arise, which goes against common thinking. Yeah. Well, I think it's really difficult for anybody to make up, their mind on stuff if we don't even have all the information. That's the part that kind of bugs me. how is the public even supposed to figure out if she was involved or not if we don't have all the info? Yeah, I totally agree that she probably would have defended herself if she would have felt that, threatened, or that her husband was going to attack her. So the promotion was her friend. He really made absolutely nothing left. Yeah. I don't know how, he followed through with all of this. I wonder what's going through his mind literally right now while he's sitting there doing absolutely nothing. He's doing squat in the squad interview room. For real. Back to the camera. Well, I think most people sit on one side or the other of that table, to be honest. I don't think very many people usually sit at the head of that table. And it's interesting that he chose that chair. I wonder if he did notice the cameras when he entered the room, and that is why. I wonder if he's praying right now. Like, I wonder, is he resting? Like, what is he thinking? What? Okay, so the girlfriend was there as well. I certainly think that the girlfriend was coming and going from the window in the basement, the only window that wasn't monitored.
Take your shirt off for us. Oh.
Like I said, Pam, I believe that most people don't sit at the head of that table. I believe there was two chairs on either side of that table, and he grabbed one and put it there at the head of the table to have his back facing the camera. Let's not forget that he was very smart at realizing that the neighbor's camera was hooked up, and did see a little bit into his driveway. I don't think he was very aware that Vivint inside the house would be filming him as well. No kidding, hey Pam. Yeah, it seriously was the same chair. Bella or Shanann, I think, Yvette, I think it could have been the last stitch effort before Shanann took her last gasp of breath, for crying out loud, you know, and her strength was kind of leaving her at the same time. Just devastating. How any of this was a good choice or, you know, a good road to take, I will never, ever, ever understand. It's satisfying, but it's heartbreaking to me too that they still haven't located them. And the girls have been in the oil all that time since the 13th, you know? It's devastating to me. Yeah, eventually the truth will come out. Let's hope. Let's hope. Make sure you guys tell your friends and families and social media networks about my channel. I'd love to see more people join in. I'd love to have way more comments from everybody who's online. The way that his eyes keep looking up and down at really nothing makes me think that he's kind of picturing this in his head again, going over what happened. And let's see if we can get 100 viewers. Whoop, whoop. Can I get a support? Can I get an amen? Hello, Sean's princess. So this is the interview room for Chris Watts. Yeah, and she literally said, "Is the same thing going to happen to me that happened to Cece?" Pretty disgusting. Why is the closed caption available? I believe you just have to click on mm, Is the option available for you now? Well, I have it turned on, so I'll have to send an email to YouTube letting them know it's not working. Sometimes goes captioning there, sometimes it's not there. Yeah, that's, well, and I have it turned on, so I'm not sure why it's not working. I think that it's supposed to be on, folks. I don't know. I mean, of course, they're not talking right now, so I mean, nothing will be on, but it's on my end, so I'm not sure what's not working for you, hon. Right, Sean's princess? Right? Living with his demons, right? Thank you, Sean's princess. That's very sweet of you. It's literally just going through the time that he had to sit there and like do nothing, putting yourself basically how he was dealing with it. Hi, Andy. Hello, hooah. Yeah, even if they did have a camera in his cell, I don't think we'd get access to it. It's against the law, folks. Did you know that? That's why there is no footage of him other than when he went in for his original printing and, the legal team was there to print him and photograph him, his hands, his feet. That's the only footage we will probably ever get of him inside. And he's no longer even in that prison, so. I personally don't really wish anyone any ill harm. I feel sorry for the people who don't want to face punishment for the wrong things that they do here on earth, and they want to wait for God's wrath, because I think that's going to be a little bit too intense. I'd much rather just admit to my wrongdoings right now. One day she'll be held accountable, folks. One day. It almost appears as if he is sleeping, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, and at one point he starts viewing a video of the girls, and he's literally just has no emotion. Yeah, many hours. No, I believe his dad was coming over. I believe this was the first interview, and he actually left to go visit his dad. Well, not visit him, but pick him up at the airport. And then he ended up going right back to the station where he never left. Well, when he did leave, he was leaving in handcuffs and going to jail, which I thought was a very satisfying part. And I did state that to you guys when it was happening. Yeah, he took his shirt off and then he put it back on after they took photographs of him. Yeah, and I don't know who. Yeah, they gave Dad food. This is the second time. I don't know why it's all backwards like that. Probably purposefully to confuse the crap out of us. Hello, Nasty Nate. I looked into the case that you had asked me about last time. Yeah, exactly right. He seems so laid back. Only a psycho could rest so easily. I just looked at your top comment there. No doubt. How he is as calm as he is when he's, good done what he's done is shocking. Yeah, he got life without parole. Only because of the kind hearts of the Ruziks, I believe. They did get the opportunity, if they wanted to go for the death penalty. They chose to leave that in God's hands, I believe, were their words. Who are you talking to, Darwin? No, he didn't confess on hidden camera. Well, thank you, Darwin. You're sweet. Um, he confessed literally in this type of a setting where he admitted and marked it on paper on the photos. This to the Anadarko Survey 319 site where they could locate the bodies, right? You're so sweet, Sean's princess. I need a quick bathroom break and a refill of my coffee. I will be right back. Sorry, folks. Really pisses me off. You know, I'm starting to think that this Rebecca Ortega is a problem. So somebody's come in and fucked with my computer again, and it's no longer giving you guys the real timing of how I am actually recording this. Really pisses me off when people mess with my shit. Really pisses me off. I hope whoever keeps doing this to me is really proud of themselves. Congratulations for being a complete asshole, whoever you are. One day, one fucking day. All right, y'all, we're obviously going to cancel this one because clearly somebody has messed with my shit.